Hello, this is Sizwe Podcast. My name is Agnes, as you always know. Today I am here with my co-host Patricia.
Hi, Agnes.
Yes, so my dear.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good.
And today, audience, we have a wonderful king here. We'll call him king because he is the king.
The king.
Usually
yes.
we don't have men, but today we have a special man that we call king.
King.
King, tell us more about yourself.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and dear listeners. It's my pleasure to be here today.
Wow.
My name is Deng Achiek Alith. That's my tribal name. The king, I'm known as King Deng. That's the name I use for my music. Mm-hmm. It's the name I was given since I was a kid, due to my family being from a royal family in the past.
Wow.
So that's a little bit of me.
Thank you, Deng, for joining us. Guys, this is Sizwe Podcast, and I'm smiling from cheek to cheek because sometimes you get people who break the stereotype, and we have in our midst today King Deng. King is one of the people that surprises us in most ways. Coming from the trenches of war in South Sudan, going through all the challenges that he will talk about the next time we have him here. When I am a parent and I bring my kids here, you know, the things that really make me angry and disappointed are some of the things that our children don't do. If you are a parent and you have raised kids in Canada, you know what I'm talking about. They may quit school, they may get into the bad group, they may end up in jail. King came here as a youth, and all of these stereotypes, he broke them. He's a young man the community is proud of. That is not why we brought him here. Patricia, why did we bring King here?
We brought King here for you because King is a different man.
Trust me.
He is a father. Mm-hmm. And he raised his kids by himself.
Wow.
And we'll let King tell you his story. King, how did you become a father?
A single
parent.
Parent, yes.
It's a long journey. I started, I met the mother of my children in high school. We were high school lovers.
High school sweetheart.
Yes. Due to the cultural difference in the Western world, some other temptation end up breaking our relationship. But coming from a culture where a man is taught to be strong, I decided to be a dad, not to be a runaway father.
Wow.
And I raised my kids because the mother of my children was the person that I love from the bottom of my heart. Mm-hmm. But something else took her away from our lives. So I took a responsibility of being a dad from the time they were in diapers, and now they're teenagers.
Wow.
It's a long journey, but it's sweet.
Wow. Guys, if you just join us, this is Sizwe Podcast, and Patricia and I are so privileged to have in our midst King Deng. King Deng is a single father. You know, every time we talk about a single parenthood, the default is just, oh, she's a single parent. So it doesn't really occur to me that we'll have a man who confidently say, I have raised my kids from diapers to teens. Wow.
Wow. We're proud of you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yes, Patricia.
And your kids, is it a boy or a girl? Or is it boy and a girl? Or
It's a boy and a girl. My older is a boy. He's now 16 years, going to 17.
Wow.
And the younger daughter is 14 years and a half. She will
And
be,
how long
15 this year.
were you a single parent for these beautiful kids?
I've been part of them since the time I cut the umbilical cord up to now. But the time I became a single parent, my older son was just 2 years old. And the daughter was barely walking. So they were both in diapers.
wow. And you
And I
say to
raised them
yourself,
up to now.
Wow.
and you say to yourself, these kids are not going to the system.
I say to myself, the system will not take away my children. I grew up without one parent, and I know how painful it is. And the challenges my mother had to go through it taught me different strengths in life to be strong. And my mother was not a single mother because it was a breakup. It was war that took away my father.
Yeah.
So through her training, it made me become different man. So I wanted to do the same parenting as my mother, to be a father to my kids. I was not taking it as a job, but I took it as my duty to raise them. So the pain I went through to raise them give me different strengths in life.
Wow.
When things were difficult, I pick a hobby to keep me in shape, to stay strong, to stay positive. I was always writing music when things are very hard. I write music and it keep me positive. We go to the gym together. So it connect me more with my kids. Anywhere I go with my children.
And that is what I was going to ask you, King. Take me through a day of your life with the kids. Like before they became kids that you can say, okay, put this one here, put this one there. A 1-year-old and almost a 2-year-old child in your life. How did you go through one day with them? I need to see how your life, the routine, going to school and going to work. You were going to school at that time?
Yes.
Okay, so take me through a one day with these kids at that younger age when you became the single father.
So the time I became a single father, I was in university doing a social work degree.
Guys.
And then an unfortunate event happened where the kids were left with me. So I dropped everything in life.
Including
I
the
dropped my
school.
career. And I said, I'm going to raise these kids. I'm raising them in a good environment than where I came from. So the system will be able to help me. So I took over everything, and everything was a plan. I plan out each day what I'm going to do.
Wow.
But most important thing that I have for the day, for me not to burn out from being a single parent, was I always have a time for myself. A time where I create events to relax my mind. It's either I'm writing a music or we go to the gym together with my kids. Because there's some activities I cannot do alone now.
With them.
Because I'm with them and they're so young. They cannot go do activities alone. So for me, I'm a basketball lover. I can't play. I can see people enjoying basketball, but I can't play because nobody will watch my kids. So the hobby that put us together was swimming.
Oh.
So I was always swimming with my kids. Those small things, sometimes we look at them like they're not a really big deal, but they help me to cope with the stress.
Yes.
The hours we spend at the gym, by the time we come home,
They are tired.
They want to sleep. And I get myself more time to watch movies or write music.
Yes.
I watch them, I put them to bed after I feed them, and then I'm giving myself a time to reflect, time to talk to the loved ones. So that daily activities, always make sure you have time for yourself
That's beautiful.
so you don't get a burnout. So that's how I cope. As years go by, things start to change
Did you
because
cook?
they grow different. Oh, I was not a chef before. But this situation forced me to learn recipes. I started to read some things. And I had little experience working in a restaurant.
Okay.
So now I start to master my cooking because it's too expensive.
Yes.
It's too expensive to eat out.
Always.
And you have to watch for the health.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So I start to learn how to cook. And I think today I'm better chef than most of people. I had to learn how to be a woman and a man at the same time.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And then now, when they started school, they had to get lunch, snacks.
When they started school, it became less sleep for me.
Oh, okay.
Because now I had to prepare their food at night, pack them early. So when the morning time come, everything is good to go.
Ready.
Dress them up, they go to school. The time they go to school, I take it as a time to go to work.
Wow.
So I go to work exactly the hours they're in. When it's time for them to finish school, I go pick them up. I
Wow.
become so overprotective, I couldn't let my kids take school, couldn't let them take buses.
Oh, yeah.
I become so
over-
insecure.
yes. Oh.
So
That
I
have
always pick up my kids until the time they become in junior high.
Then they can.
By themselves, they tell me, Dad, we are grown.
Enough.
That's enough.
You did your part. We can now go to school on our own. Yeah. Even when my son started high school and he wanted to take a bus to school, I didn't feel good about it. He took the bus and I drove to go wait in front of school just to make sure he's in the school safe. Yes. Yeah.
That's what we go through.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So I
exactly
do understand the pain the women go through.
Yes.
Wow.
I understand now.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
So it's not a painful journey. It's a life lesson journey.
And you stopped your schooling altogether. Have you went back to finish your schooling?
I had to drop out because after now, I'm still raising the kids on my own. But thank God, I remarried.
That is
I
the story I
sponsor my
wanted
wife.
to hear.
After how many years?
After how many years?
By the time when my daughter was 12, she's approaching to, she was 11.
Yeah.
They called me for a family meeting and I was surprised. The kids, they call me.
Oh, they call
Your
you?
kids.
They call me for a meeting. They say, we have some serious talk. I'm like, what's going on? I said, Dad, we need a woman in our life.
Wow.
Your
I was
kids.
hit.
Yes.
It touched me
Yes.
more than anything. For them to be the one requesting
Requesting for a woman in this home.
it. That's how I felt. That I didn't do anything wrong. I raised them the right way.
Yes, yes.
Because my daughter now, she started to cook at that time.
Yes.
She was cooking. She was braiding her own
Her
hair.
own hair.
Oh,
So
Wow.
when she was asking for a woman in the family, I know it was time for it.
For it.
And God brought me the right wife.
oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
the right one.
Right,
The
right.
God brought me the right wife.
Oh,
That's
thank
very
Wife
God.
that was chosen by a family. A wife that I start to know her.
Oh, my
And we got
goodness.
married and she's in Canada now.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
there's happily ever after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
Guys, if you just join us, this is Sizwe Podcast. I'm enjoying this conversation because it doesn't always come like this. When we talk about single parents in Canada, mostly our brain goes to the women, but we have a very successful single father here in our studio, and his story is fantastic. I think he is an epitome of a father for the challenges that we are saying you call it what? Amazing pain.
It's amazing pain. Because I always tell people there is no pain without gain. It depends how you take it. And there's no failure when you are a human that continue to try. No matter how you fall, you get up and try it again. It become your greatest strength.
Yes.
So every pain you go through, always look at it in a different angles. Because it can teach you a strength that you never knew is exist in you. So the pain I went through as a single father made me become advisor in the community.
Very awesome.
When I see a single woman out there, I feel her pain.
Yes.
And I know exactly what to tell her.
Very.
The same thing when I see a man struggling, trying to be a single parent. I know what kind of trick to tell them and how to raise a child. So that pain is nothing but a blessing in my life.
Awesome. Patricia, I wanted to ask about how did the community around you play, what role did the community play in your journey as a single father? Did you get support? Were you rejected? Were there people who were like, this guy, I don't think he's going to make it? How did we do? We are all part of the community, but what? Yes. How did the community?
In the beginning, it would seem like impossible dream for me to be a parent that will have children that actually will stay home. People were doubting me.
Yes.
Even some family members were doubting me. They thought that my children would be taken away by the government.
System. Yeah.
Because nobody in our community believed that a man actually can be a father and a mother at the same time.
Can raise kids.
So people were living with a myth. But I asked God, let me be the living testimony in our community to show people that I can do this. So I always, through the prayers and hope and the stronger dreams, I was able to prove my community wrong. But I had a strong church community that stood behind me.
Awesome.
They helped me with always making me stay positive. So the people that used to think that I will not raise the kids, they become my number one supporters today.
Slowly they creep in.
Change. Yeah.
And a story of my life start to educate some men in our community.
Yes.
Yes.
Men that were always far away from their kids. They become even more closer.
Yes.
Because a lot of women now, they start to use me as example in the community. If Deng can be a dad, you think you cannot be a dad?
Yes.
So some men start to do things that we used to consider as taboos in our community.
Changing diapers.
Some men, they don't want to change diapers.
Yeah.
Some men, they don't want to go and bathe a child.
Or put a baby in a stroller and push them to a daycare, right?
Some men now start to even give their wives vacation.
Wow.
And they stay home with the kids alone. So it become life lesson. You know,
What a
sometimes
blessing.
people change through seeing things. If somebody that you know went through some hard time and they succeed out of it, it start to teach other people how to do things differently. Yeah.
Because we believe by seeing.
Believe by seeing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do I have for them?
I'm excited. I'm excited by the example that you are giving our
Yes.
community, because we always think things are impossible.
Yes.
But this is one of those things that we can be faced with in these countries. You
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have relatives. You don't have parents. Sometimes you don't even have a community. You are just new.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. What would you tell a father out there who is not single, but who still holds that formal, traditional, I am the man in the home and living all, if then, like he said, if then can be a father and a single father, what can't you do? But what would you tell those men that they can also be a support for their wives? Change diaper. What do you have to tell them?
To be honest, sometimes we live with myth, especially as African men. We live with myth. But when we look deep into our roots, even in the villages, there's fathers figure out there.
Yes.
So sometimes we protect a lack of responsibility as a cultural belief.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
yes,
Exactly.
Yes, it's a
You
lack
are
of
running away.
responsibility.
And so it's
But where we come from, sometimes we think just being a provider is enough.
hit that.
But
I
more,
want you to hit that.
the men that have children that are more successful in life are the men that are close to their kids.
Awesome.
Because the closest you get with your child, especially in the Western world, the more they will open up with you.
Exactly.
And when they open up with you, you guys will always have solutions.
Awesome.
So I always tell men in our community, there is no one out there seeing what you do at your home. If you feel embarrassed to change the diaper of your child, change it when there's no visitors.
Sure.
You're going to start to actually enjoy it. When your child giggle as you're changing the diaper, you start to feel this butterfly in your heart.
Yeah.
You find the attachment with the child.
Yes.
When you watch that baby, as they grow, you start to tell them that stories, and it connect you more with your kid. From the moment you cut that umbilical cord, you find that it's like you
There's a
sacrifice
connection,
something.
yes,
You
yes.
find that connection that
Yes.
you can never get.
Bond. Yes.
That bonding will develop as the child grow. This story you start to tell the kids, I change your diaper.
Yeah.
They love it. They love it. And they enjoy it.
Yes.
Changing diapers will help you to actually create more activities with your kids, because now that's the worst thing you can do.
Yes.
Is to change the poopy diaper. Now when you I start to even crawl with my child. You see? So I can fit like them.
Yes.
When they're playing in the dirt, I play in the dirt with them.
Wow.
So they know that I'm humble with them. They start to trust me. Even as the time they are teenagers, they don't feel embarrassed for me to go out with them. My son is always proud to say, that is my dad playing basketball with the young guys.
Oh, that's
Because
so
I developed that. So being a father is not just to be called dad. Be a real father by being connected to your child. Being a parent is your responsibility. Nobody else going to teach you to be parents. Only yourself can teach yourself how to be a dad.
Awesome.
Anyone can be a dad. Anyone can have a child.
Anyone can have a child.
But it's not anyone can be a father figure. Being a father figure does not mean relationship have to stay together. Some relationship, they don't work out.
Yeah. But you
does
are
not-
the only father they
But does
have.
not mean a way. Does not mean you cannot be a father to your child. Even if the woman and the man are not together, make sure you are a mother to your child, no matter what condition. Make sure you are a father to your child, no matter what condition.
Wow.
And that child will develop to be a great leader in the future. That's the best thing I can tell people.
Awesome.
So let's not live in a myth and live in reality. Taboos, let's leave them behind and start to be parents. And our kids, I can guarantee you, they will never join this street where people think that's where the black child will go.
No.
We show them love and caring and parenthood. Our kids will be better leaders of tomorrow.
Awesome. Awesome. What do you want to add? I feel full now.
Yes.
Guys, we want to say thank you so much to Deng, unless you have to add anything to it. But we are bringing you back because like I started from the beginning of this show, when we bring our kids here, Deng is an immigrant like me. Like most parents who bring their children here to raise them, and most of the time the story is not good, but he has proved all those stories wrong. And when he said he was training to become a social worker, he is useful in our community, but he has been able to drop that to raise his own 2 kids single-handedly. It doesn't come, so I can't walk on the street and I count the number of single fathers. So he's a gem to us, and we want to bring him back, and we want him to come and talk to our youth to grow like him, to learn from him, and also to become important individuals in our community. What do you say? Please put your questions and your comment underneath this video and tell us you want to hear more from him. There's more. He talked about music.
Yes.
What about
He's
bringing
also a
him here?
musician.
Bringing him here to sing a song for us. What about even bringing him here to do more shows and bringing youth to sit here and there, not us, not me and Patricia, but youth sitting here asking him questions about his journey of being an immigrant, growing up here in Canada, where people think the place for the black youth is on the street. He proved us wrong. Thank you so much, Deng.
And thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching.
Did you hear that voice?
Oh, I
are
love
bringing
that
him back.
voice. We're bringing him back.
Yes, Patricia. If we don't have anything,
Then, thank you very much. We're bringing you back.
Sure.
We love that voice. We're
I
just
do.
crazy about it.
And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for bringing me in. I appreciate every moment of it. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Well,
That's beautiful.